Alright guys, one more quick video for the day. Talking about slope again. Instead of just a simple what's happening to x times something or divided by something, we're going to end up with some fractional type answers. And instead of using a table and looking for a pattern, they're going to give us a graph. So we're going to find the slope from a graph. The slope is how steep it is, or flat, okay? So if the line's like this, that's completely flat, and then this is more steep, okay? Straight up and down. Okay, you've got to find 2 points on the line, and by points I mean if you have graph paper, like it needs to actually be exactly on, so then when you make your line, so these would be the points. So the rise is 1, and the run is over 1, 2, 3. So that would be my slope, and I would write it as y equals 1/3 x. Okay, that's how I would write my answer for that graph they just gave me right there. Okay, so you count rise, you count up or down. If you count the rise downwards, that's a negative. So if this was pointing downwards, that's a negative slope. Okay, if it's pointing upwards, it's a positive slope. It's getting steeper and going up as you go. We read left to right, so, but reading left to right, if it's going down, then it's a negative slope. It's going downward, okay? So all you're really calculating again for the slope is what's happening to x. Okay, now just real quick, let's have a review of coordinate plane. You need to know this kind of information to be able to calculate our rise over run and whatnot, okay? So on a coordinate plane, a lot of times it would be on graph paper. Sometimes it might just have the lines like this. But this horizontal line going left and right, that is x. And I'm telling my students every year, think of a number line when you learn to count. 1, 2, 3. You made a number line going this way. So that's x comes first in the alphabet, so x is going to be used first for going this way on things. And y is the up and down, the vertical, okay? So when they give you a point, for example, that's point 1, 2, okay, the next point is 2, 4, and the next point is 3, 6. So here's my table. This is x, this is y. What is happening to x to turn it into y? 1 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. So it's times 2. It works out, okay? The origin is the middle dot. When you have a coordinate plane, if you were to write a big capital C, they usually always teach you to start at the top when you're making a capital C. If you do that, that's the order of the quadrants going around. You start off here, quadrant 1, because it's positive number this way, positive number going up. Then over here, we end up having a negative number. X would be negative, okay? And then there's quadrant 3 and quadrant 4, okay? So that's that, all right? Rise over run, you got to go up and then over, okay? So you come and find a spot. How many up does it go to get to the next spot? It goes 1, 2, and then it goes over 1. So my fractional representation is 2 over 1, which means 2 divided by 1 is 2, so y equals 2 times x. The slope is 2. That's how steep it is. It's going up 2 times. Okay? All right, that was our review, guys. We're going to look at a few problems on our trusty IXL. It's going to be, whoa, get back over here, 7v1, okay? 7v1 is going to just show us graphs. That's it. We fold this paper and we shall begin finding the slope from the graph. So here we go. Here's IXL. I just logged on. I have no points yet. And this is an opening question. What is the slope? Okay, so the slope has to be rise over run. Well, the first thing I got to do, guys, is I got to look for 2 points. Well, if 60, that's 0, 60, then there's another one at 20, 70, and it's not going to 80 exactly. It looks like it's going, oh yeah, it goes to 80 right there. Huh. Okay, so it goes to 80. All right, so to calculate the slope, we're going to go rise over run, okay? So from my first point, I'm at 0, 60. That's my point right there. And then the next one is 70. No, it's going 20. The first point is the x line, because x comes first in the alphabet, x, y. Okay? There's that. And the next point I'm going to go to is 70, or 20, 70. Okay, so what is happening? What's the change? Well, from 60 to 70, it's going up 1. And then it's going over 1, 2. So it basically means my solution on this problem should be 1/2 of x. Now they're not asking me for x. I'm just going to write 1/2. And remember, I excel, I should have the slant. We use that button. Okay, and that will count as our fraction. All right, let's take a look at another one. Now I come down here to hit jump a level, and look what it says. You can't see it. This skill has only 1 level. Okay, so I'll just do a couple more problems, and we'll see where we're at. All right, so on this one, what is the slope? Okay, so if I look, it's not on 50 or 60, but it looks like it's going through 60, all right. 10, 60, okay? So that's my first point. My second point does look like it goes through 70, 30, 70. Almost done, guys. I'll do like one more after this. All right, I just wanted to make the points so you could see what they are. So from 60 to 70, it's going up 1. It's going over 2. This is the same exact slope as the last one. It's 1 divided by 2. Let me double check they're not asking the question weird. Simplify your answer and write it as a proper fraction. Okay, so that's that. Guys, I'll do one more. Now, it's not going through the origin, so this is what we would call a non-proportional. There must be a b fee involved, so to speak. All right, let's take a look at this. I have a point at, I don't think that's quite a point. You can see a lot of the corners sticking up on the top. That looks like a point, 6, 4. And where's the next point? That doesn't quite look like a point to me. Oh, there it is. 9, 8. Okay, whoops. Some fierce winds. All right, so now I just got to calculate the slope of rise over run. Okay, going from 6 to 9, it's going 1, 2, 3. And then to 9, I'm going 1, 2. Okay, so the rise is 3, the run is 2. You could also call that 1.5. But you might as well keep it as a fraction as long as you can, because most math you're going to need to deal with that fraction first. Okay, so it's basically, if I had to write the equation y equals they would probably go like that. Y equals 3x divided by 2. Okay, oops, I don't need another x, sorry. Okay, sorry. That's it, guys. Sincere best wishes on that. If you have any questions, feel free to Google message or what have you. And you're ready for the slopes.